What's up guys, Dr. Feelgood here, back again with another video prescription. And today I'm going to talk about the recent announcement and reveal of both the Xbox One Slim as well as the Xbox Scorpio, or Project Scorpio, whichever it's called. Um, I think the Xbox One Slim is great. I think it is above and beyond the current model. Not by much, but it is. Let's be honest. I mean, basically starting at the current price point of the Xbox One model, which is $300. And if I'm not mistaken, that's for the 500 gigabyte model. I believe the 1 terabyte model is $350 and the 2 terabyte model is $400. Of course, I plan on getting the 2 terabyte model. Now, I believe I know why Microsoft did this, or should I say did it this way. But before I get to that, let me also say that while I do like the Xbox One Slim, I also believe they shot themselves in the damn foot. Let me explain. At the exact same time they revealed the Xbox One Slim, they also revealed that they are working on what I believe is their 9th generation console, dubbed the Xbox Scorpio or Project Scorpio. Now, this wouldn't be bad, as typically companies announce their next generation console roughly 2 years before it's released. The only exception to that was the Xbox One and PS4, but we won't get into why they did that, although I know why they did. You also announced that this 9th generation console, supposedly 9th generation console, is set to release holiday 2017. That is 4 years after the launch of the Xbox One. Doesn't this situation sound very familiar? For those that haven't been gaming long, the same thing happened when Microsoft moved from the Xbox to the Xbox 360. Now, here's what I mean when I say they shot themselves in the foot. With you revealing your next generation console and the fact that it's going to release, according to your conference, in less than 18 months, why should anyone purchase an Xbox One or even an Xbox One Slim? Why? You're basically letting us know that you're about to replace this console, and there's a good chance you're going to replace it in the same manner you replaced the original Xbox. You're going to immediately cease support and production of the Xbox One and move everything over to the Scorpio. Now, I'm not saying this is the guaranteed the case to be, but no, I strongly believe that this is highly possible, or more than likely to happen. As I said, I'm not quoting any sources here. This is just my personal belief. Now, I'm going to purchase an Xbox One Slim. I am. I think it's a great deal. It's a better deal than anything they've had with the current Xbox One, to be honest. Even around the holidays. But I strongly feel that Microsoft could have kept their mouth shut about the Scorpio. They really could have. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, Nintendo talked about the NX, but here's the thing about the NX. No one outside of Nintendo R&D knows what the hell this thing is. It could be a software patch, it could be a handheld, it could be a home console. Nintendo has not confirmed at any conference that this is for sure a home console. They haven't even confirmed that this is for sure a 9th generation console. The only thing they have assured us is that this is not the direct successor to the Wii U. That's pretty much all they've told us. Anything else you've heard about the NX is complete conjecture and rumors. That's it. I don't care who says it. I don't care if the YouTuber has 1 million subs. They don't know shit. But let's get off that. We've heard enough of that, and we're still hearing about it to this day. Microsoft could have kept that in their pocket. To me, the Xbox One Slim already did what they probably wanted it to do. It took a little wind out of Sony's sails, especially considering that Sony came out and confirmed the existence of the PS 4K or 4.5 by stating that they will not show or reveal it at this year's E3. So not only did you confirm what has been rumored, but you stated that you would not show it at all during what many have touted is the Christmas of gaming, or the biggest gaming event of the year. So I think that was a good thing what they did with the Xbox One Slim. Now, the issue I have is that I don't believe many folks are going to pick up the Xbox One Slim due to the Scorpio announcement. Or on top of that, I believe the ones that do pick it up are under the impression that the Xbox One Slim is going to be capable of native 4K gaming. Not the case, guys. It's not. Now, I did read that they did reveal that it will upscale your current games to 4K, but it won't be native 4K because the games themselves, the resources that were used by the developers, were not created or designed in 4K. But you'll get an upscale or upconverted 4K image on some of your games. I did read that. Whether or not they were lying or they spoke out of turn or jumped ahead of the gun, I'm not sure. But according to the article, it states that it will upscale your games to 4K. Do I give a shit? No. Will I use it? Not at all. And that's pretty much a promise. What I believe Microsoft is doing is both good and bad with the Xbox One Slim and Scorpio. I believe the announcement and reveal of the Slim is a direct reaction to the PS 4K or 4.5, while the reveal of the Scorpio is a reaction to Nintendo and their upcoming console, whether it be what is the NX or whatever else it may be. No one knows what the hell it is. While it's good you're trying to take the initiative, one portion is bad, and the Scorpio part is bad. I say it's bad because you don't know what the hell the NX is or what it's going to be. It's like playing hide and seek and not knowing what the hell you're looking for. You know Nintendo's up to something, but you don't know exactly what. And my thing is, Microsoft, at the end of the day, do your thing. I'm proud of you. Do your own thing. But I do believe the Scorpio is a reaction to Nintendo and the reveal of the NX. Because one thing both these companies know and have admitted in a sense is that you cannot leave Nintendo in the market by themselves for more than a year. They will completely take over. You can't do that. It's too risky. Leaving Nintendo to themselves with no competition would kill them. It would kill both Sony and Microsoft in terms of gaming. No matter how you fanboys may want to tout your favorite piece of plastic, let's be honest, only one gaming company has lasted over 30 years. Only one gaming company has, consistently, 99% of the time, generated a profit year on year. Only one company out of the three does strictly gaming, nothing else. Sony and Microsoft know you can't leave Nintendo by themselves. The PS4 and the Xbox One were direct reactions to Nintendo and the Wii U. They couldn't leave them in the market by themselves. Now you may be thinking, well, they're outselling the Wii U. Point is, why do you think these consoles are so similar? They had to put something out to take the wind out of those sails, which they were successful. I will admit that. But Microsoft, Hear me out. You better play your cards right with the Scorpio, and you better make good on your promises, because I'm gonna call you bullshit right now. There will not be any 4K native gaming by holiday 2017. And for all you PC elitists out there saying we already have 4K gaming, you don't have native 4K gaming. What you're doing is buying a 1080p game and having your high-end gaming rig run it at 4K or even 8K if you got that kind of money. Now, I'm not talking down upon what you're doing, because you are running the game in 4K, but the game itself was not developed in 4K. You are upconverting, you are upscaling the content. All you're doing is adding additional lines of resolution. Your monitor and your computer is basically interpolating. It's adding lines of resolution in between the originals. It's trying to figure out between line 1 and line 2 what will be the frame that I can add in between. Same thing with the frame rate. If it wasn't developed that way, you can increase the frame rate, but it's not native. You're forcing it with power, not optimization. So, all you PC elitists talking about we've been doing 4K gaming for a while, you haven't. No developer in the industry today has developed a game from the ground up in 4K. No one. Admit it. You run shit in 4K, but the game itself is not native 4K. All right, let's get that straight. The second reason why I don't believe this 4K nonsense from Microsoft with the Scorpio is this. You can't even consistently get 900p at 60 frames per second. And I don't know, it's so few games between the PS4 and the Xbox One that are actually 1080p 60 frames per second. So why should I believe you can skip 2K altogether and just master 4K in 18 months when in almost 3 years you haven't gotten, I can't recall a single game really that runs at 1080p 60 frames per second consistently. No drops. Locked. I will admit there are a few out there maybe, but a few. These two companies promised that all their games will run like that. That this would be a simple task. We know how that turned out. Hell, some of the games can only run 720p at 30 frames per second. So I'm just saying, if they haven't even mastered 1080p at 60 frames per second on a consistent basis, what makes you think that in 18 months' time they can master 4K at 60? Even 4K at 30 is not going to happen. Do you guys really want to play the next Call of Duty in 4K 30 frames per second? I hope not. I'm just simply saying, don't believe what they're saying right now. And don't fall for the buzzwords such as 6 teraflops, because 80% of you guys don't even know what the hell that means, or what it means for gaming, or what it does for gaming on a performance level. You don't even know what it means. So please, stop bragging as if you do, because I am well versed in computers and technology, but I will admit I cannot necessarily build my own computer. But I won't sit here and claim to know that I know exactly what 6 teraflops is and what it does for gaming. I don't. So I won't lie to you and say I do. I won't lie to you and say it has this so that makes it better. I won't do that. But I don't believe it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think at most what it may do, they will finally master 1080p 60 on a consistent basis, or 2K gaming, maybe with 4K textures. That's it. That's the best they would do. But I can almost guarantee you guys, this Scorpio, or even Sony's next console, if they make another console, is not going to do 4K gaming. Because even developing games right now, for developers and publishers, developing games in 1080p 60 frames per second is horribly expensive. Tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. And to make that money back, if you tie into marketing, you have to sell 15, 20 million copies to make a profit. That's not good. That's not good. But you all think that power means better games. No, it does not. Optimization, bitches. Get it right. But let me also mention something else that concerns me. And it's with the Xbox One Slim. The power supply is integrated within the console. I don't know about you guys, and I never experienced the red ring of death because the Xbox 360 I purchased was not a launch console, but the one that came out a year and a half later that had the Zephyr chip, which had a lower power consumption and less heat. So I never had that problem. Plus it had a dual fan in the back to help with the heating. I find it hard to believe that the Xbox One, you not only cut it down in size by 40%, that's nearly half the size of the original console, the current console on the market. And you put the brick on the inside. And it has new 4K abilities to stream 4K movies and watch 4K Blu-rays. And it's going to upscale your games to 4K, which means it has some processing power there. You mean to tell me you done all this and you put the brick on the inside instead? Wow. I have to say I'm impressed, but I think heating and cooling could be a problem. So to all those who are also going to or plan on purchasing the Xbox One Slim, please get yourself a damn warranty. I would hate for your shit to overheat on you and conk out after the manufacturer warranty expires. As for me, I'm going to Best Buy and I'm buying a damn warranty. Microsoft doesn't really have a good track record for making a quality console. So, bite me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this topic. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm definitely curious. And just so you guys know, I'm not trolling, but I do have my concerns. I think their conference was good, but I still have my concerns. But as I always say, keep it gaming.